Welcome to Santos Brothers Eat, food worth mentioning.
Where Chef Jeff and his brother Kenny talk about their amazing adventures eating and tasting food that is so incredible, they have got to just share it with the world.
My mouth is salivating already.
All right, everyone, welcome back to Santos Brothers Eats. I'm Kenny Santos. We're going to be talking about food worth mentioning. I'm with my brother, Chef Jeff Santos, and we're going to be talking about two outstanding places in Scarborough, aren't we, Jeff?
Yes, we are. We're back in the hood where Ken and I grew up.
Yeah, absolutely. And so, which one do we want to talk about first, Jeff?
Let's do Chung Chun, Korean hot dogs.
Yeah, Korean, like kind of Korean style. Is this called Korean style hot dogs? Or are they kind of like Korean style corn dogs?
From what I see on the website, they are Korean style hot dogs.
Okay.
So from what I understand, Korean corn dogs or hot dogs are a Korean street food. And they're what in North America we would call corn dogs. So they're basically hot dogs in a batter that are deep fried, like hot dogs on a stick that are battered and deep fried.
Yeah.
But the Koreans actually take it to a next level. They actually will add stuff to the hot dog, whether it be inside the hot dog like cheese, or they'll coat their hot dog when it's battered with like ramen noodles or potatoes or something else. But yeah, so we actually have a company that just opened up, well, not opened up, but they've been in Toronto for a few years now, and we finally had a chance to go visit them, and they're called Chung Chuns.
Okay, so this was a grand opening, I thought.
Yes, in the Scarborough location. Yes.
Okay, so they have different locations, and the Scarborough location was the grand opening. Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah, I remember they have that North York location, the Bloor Street Wiki. Oh, yeah, and Young. So there's all these different locations, and so we went to the Scarborough. This is one of those places that's just a lot of fun and a lot of good tasting foods. And
yeah.
You got some kids that like hot dogs. This is a place that, I think they would have a good time, and they would probably eat everything they order because it's just a lot of fun. There are some flavors that might be a little bit over the top for kids, so don't order those things for them. But certainly you want to try it out. And so this is my first try. I'm trying a Korean style hot dog, and it did not disappoint for me. And so, as Jeff said, you could do any, I wouldn't say anything you want, but there's a lot of different varieties, from having things like, chunks of potato in the batter to just filling it up, cheese inside with the batter, and even ramen, like ramen noodle chips kind of as part of the batter, which is kind of fun. So what did we have?
So we went with the original one.
Yeah.
And just let everyone know. So I don't think I mentioned it. So what Chung Chun does, they actually make it their batter, not a traditional rice batter, flour batter, but they actually make a sticky rice batter. So the texture on the outside is nice and crunchy, but it's more of a chewy batter that surrounds the hot dog than your traditional corn dog or pogo batter.
It's pretty good.
Yeah, we like it a lot. Yeah, I did like the chewiness of it as well. And because Diane is gluten intolerant, she was able to enjoy it with no repercussions afterwards.
Absolutely. Yeah. So, if you're listening to this and you know someone, or maybe yourself, you have some intolerance to gluten at any level, this place will be safe for you. So,
yes,
or safer than, getting a traditional pogo somewhere.
That's right.
And so, we got the traditional regular one. That's just called the original, the Chung Chun. Actually, it's what it's called. And, we had to get the original because we wanted to have the baseline to see what we're upgrading to. And then I wanted to be pretty adventurous, and I ended up getting the squid ink one.
Yes.
And so that one, was there cheese in that squid ink cheese hot dog? I don't remember the cheese in there. Do you remember that, Joe?
There might have been a chunk of cheese at the top. I do remember that because when I was cutting it. So if you go on there, we'll have the pictures of the squid, of all of them. But the squid is a fun one because they actually will take the hot dog. So like a pogo, they'll put the hot dog through a stick and they batter it. But for the squid one, they actually leave a bit of the hot dog on the outside, the bottom of the skewer, before they batter it. And they cut into thirds, and then they left those unexposed in the batter. So when they cook it and deep fry it, it would actually curl up and it would look like tentacles.
Yeah.
So I think I do remember this. I actually, because I got the top part, the cheese only, I grabbed the tentacle part at the bottom of this of the squid ink hot dog. Yeah.
Okay, so that kind of explains it. So because there's that cheese on the top, it left enough room for the hot dog to stick out the bottom, so that that can give us the tentacles. What did you think of the squid ink, Jeff?
To be honest, I didn't really taste that much squid ink per se. So what they did, they actually, I guess they have a batter that would just color the squid ink. So when you see our pictures, or if you go to the website and you do a cross section, most of the hot dogs will have a nice white batter around the hot dog, but the squid ink pasta, their batter is actually black because they use squid ink as a coloring agent.
More of a coloring agent. I was expecting it, because it is squid ink, because there is that flavor to squid ink that some people really like, and I'm open to it. A little saltiness because it's from salt water. It's pretty good. All in all, while it was fine to eat, I don't know if I'd reorder it just because it didn't taste like squid ink to me.
Okay, no, that's fair. That's fair.
But not to say I didn't enjoy it. I really liked it, but I wouldn't say that I enjoyed it necessarily more than the regular one. And the regular one, I'd probably give it a 7.5 out of 10. Like, it's a solid, good food.
It was, and fun to eat, like you said.
Absolutely. And then so you also got two others.
Yes,
we
all
did. Shared all these. So let's talk about was it the double cheese that you got?
Yeah, we got the double cheese. So. For the regular, if you order a cheese Korean hot dog, so I'll try to explain this to Ken. So what they do, so a regular pogo will have one hot dog on a skewer and battered. And the way they do their cheese dog, so take a piece of string cheese or any sort of whole mozzarella cheese, skewer one piece of the cheddar cheese, of the cheese first, and slide it all the way to the bottom where your thumb is if you're holding the skewer. Then you slide your hot dog over that, and then another piece of cheese on top of it. So think of it like a cheese hot dog cheese. And then you batter that, the whole thing, and that's how you eat it. So that's their cheese. That's their cheese hot dog.
So when you get to eat it, you guys are picturing that it's not like you get to have hot dog and cheese in every bite. You're going to eat the top, and then you're going to get through, let's say, an inch and a half of cheese, and then there's going to be some hot dog, and then on the bottom more cheese again. So
that's right.
Yeah,
that's right.
The cheese was tasty. I thought I liked it.
Oh yeah, it's mozzarella. Yeah, it was nice and stringy. It was nice. Mozzarella cheese. However, if you order the cheddar cheese hot dog, that's different. You actually will get cheese in every bite with the hot dog, because if you look at their cross section on their menu, if I had to guess, they took a piece like Kraft cheese, only because it's very pliable and easy to roll. So they'll take that and wrap it around the hot dog. So they put the hot dog on the skewer, took some cheese and wrapped it around the hot dog, and then battered it.
Yeah. So
that case, you actually have cheese around the hot dog instead of just on top and the bottom.
Yeah, but we got the double cheese. Is that what we got, Jeff?
We got double cheese, and so if I had to guess, they had cheddar cheese hot dog, and then they did the trick with the mozzarella cheese on the bottom and top to make that double cheese hot dog.
Yeah, I liked it. I like that. And then what else did we get?
And then we got the ramen chip hot dog.
I like that one the best, to tell you the truth.
Yeah. I think it was extra crunchy. So they would batter it, the hot dog, and then they would just coat it with those dry or raw ramen shreds or chips or whatever you want to call them, and then batter that like that. And that was good. The ramen added extra crunch and added extra flavor to that.
I really would like someone to make fried chicken with that ramen chips on it. I think it would taste pretty good.
I'm pretty sure it's out there. I'm pretty sure.
That would
Google it.
Yeah, that would. Man, even just thinking about that. And so, if or when I go back to Chung Chun, I'm probably going to reorder the ramen chips hot dog, just because they are hot dogs. I'm probably not going to give anything like above an 8. Like, it's just because they're hot dogs. So, I gave the regular one a 7.5. The ramen chips would get an 8. And, I guess, like the cheddar cheese, I guess is in between, so between the 7.5 and an 8 sort of thing.
Yeah.
So.
And mind you, the hot dogs they used were good, very good hot dogs. Like, we tasted some subpar hot dogs in our life. But these were really good hot dogs. You know, I think hot dogs you would find like in the ballpark, like that quality hot dog.
Yeah, I remember commenting on that. I said these are good hot dogs. These aren't just some wieners that you get like 12 for 99 cents at the at the dollar store or something,
Yeah,
or however they come. These aren't cheap wieners. These are pretty good
that's right.
hot dogs. Looking at the menu, is there anything that you want to try next time?
I think for me, probably, actually, to be honest, potato hot, yeah, the potato.
Mhm.
So if you go on their menu, they actually say that if you wanted to add cheese or potato to the hot dog, unless it already has it, it'll be extra. And so from when I look at the picture, like I thought at first it was corn, because I have seen some Korean hot dogs that actually have corn on the outside, but these are actually chopped up fried potatoes that they actually add to the batter before they deep fry it.
Yeah, they're small. They're like dice small, like the size of like little erasers, like pencil erasers. Like they're
Yeah,
about that small. And so
yeah,
it looks like they batter it and then they roll it in that and then they fry that up to cook everything up.
that's right.
Something worth trying, definitely.
Right.
And something that we didn't mention is that when you pick up your hot dogs, they ask you if you want any sauces, and there's a
Mm-hmm.
wide variety. Anything from like the sweet Thai chilies
Yeah,
sauce to a teriyaki to a sweet mayonnaise. And it doesn't
yeah,
even
and of
stop
course,
there. Oh,
ketchup
go ahead.
or mustard. You know, just some basic sauces
Oh,
that North Americans would have in their hot dog.
yeah. So they have all these different choices. Like, so, like last time I did have the ramen, but maybe I want to have the ramen with a different sauce and see what that
Hmm.
tastes like, which is kind of
Yeah,
neat. Yeah.
and not only their sauces, they actually have um, shake flavors, which include honey butter, I guess cheddar cheese. So these are like popcorn flavorings
Yeah,
and
that like the
Parmesan.
shakes at the theater, like you can get
Yeah,
salt and vinegar, sour cream and onion, like you put a shake it up on the theater. You can do that with the hot dogs as well.
right.
So
And they also recommend that they actually have sugar, which they say will make the hot dog taste better. And I wish we'd seen that earlier, because that would be interesting. Like I'm looking at all these websites regarding Korean hot dogs, and putting sugar on a Korean hot dog is like the thing that they do.
that's
And
pretty
yeah,
good
that's
to
the next thing we
know.
gotta do.
Yeah, probably try on just the original. Let's put sugar on
Hmm.
the original and just see what all the hype is about. And whether we like it or not, and we're probably going to like it because you guys know that we love, sweet and savory mixed together. We'll let you
Right.
know in the podcast. So yeah, that's one thing that's kind of like on our Chun Chun little bucket list here is to try the original with sugar.
Yeah.
And there's something, we wanted to order. There's a chocolate one on the menu, but
Oh yeah.
it was sold out or unavailable.
Yeah, that's right.
So how
Um,
do you think that is? Do you think that's parfait style with chocolate hot dog, Jeff? Or do you
you
think
know
it's just
what?
all
It does say hot dog on it.
it does,
So
eh?
if I had to
Interesting.
guess, maybe it does have a piece of chocolate either around it or on it. So somehow, but yeah, but like,
It's a
again,
shame
it's
we didn't
part of
get
the
to
sweet
try
and
that.
savory. Yeah,
Yeah, it's a shame we didn't get to try that one,
that's right.
too bad.
And they also have a veggie hot dog. So if you're on that diet, then try the veggie hot dog as well. Another thing I want to mention is they actually will make each hot dog fresh.
Oh yeah,
So it isn't like if you go to like a place they have like all these pre-made hot dogs. Our order took at least 5 minutes. So from when we ordered it to picked up, wouldn't you say, or a bit more?
it was longer than that. Yeah, it was
Okay.
longer. Between
Yeah.
almost 10. Like it was fine to
Okay.
wait for that. I'd rather
Yeah.
get fresh, nice hot fresh food that was just made. So it was good.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely a place worth going. Especially, I gotta say, if you got kids, I just think it would be a lot of fun for them to go. And what's nice is that if you go to this place, especially the Scarborough locations, there's a lot of places within that kind of strip mall area where they can get dessert
Yeah.
too.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. That's right. There's some places, but we actually didn't stay at that strip mall. We actually went to a place called Dan Go, and Dan is spelled DAAN, and Go Go.
yeah,
Um,
3
and the reason we
locations, right? For
Oh yeah,
Dango.
yeah. But this is the original location. And if you don't know what about Dango pastry, it is actually another MasterChef Canada contestant. He didn't win. I think he either fourth or fifth, and his name is Christopher Sue. And now his dream is coming true. And he has his own bakery called Daan Go Cake Lab. And if you've never seen these pastries he's done, I suggest you go on his website now and look at the amazing pastries he has to offer.
Yeah, everything from macarons to cakes to. Does he have do cupcakes or just slices, Jeff? Do you
I
know?
think just slices. Yeah, I don't remember cupcakes.
You know
Um,
what? I guess you could qualify that your tiramisu. We'll talk about that. That could be because that could be cupcake-ish, maybe.
yeah,
That's
yeah,
not
I
a
don't see why
cake,
not.
you know? Yeah, I don't know.
No, not at all.
Yeah. It's not only our Christopher's creations, do they not just look good, and they're really, really good looking. They also taste very good as
Oh yeah,
well. All these different flavors, all these different types. Some of them are, of course, are Asian influenced, because that's his background, and also that's just like an Asian part of town. So,
yeah.
what did we get?
So we got the Tira Miao Su.
Mhm.
So it's a little play on the name tiramisu, which is an Italian dessert with a cake in a coffee liqueur and then marked with mascarpone cheese. But he calls it Tira Miao Su because he actually makes a small chocolate cup. So like I think of a teacup made out of chocolate.
Yep.
Inside is the cake and the mascarpone, like a mousse. But then he has a small marshmallow cat coming out of it. So I hope my description it won't match the picture you see. It's a very cute looking dessert that if you had that in your plate, you're like, wow, this is amazing.
Yeah.
Um,
I remember when we were deciding, it's like, well, which one should we get? It was between that one and something else. And we're just like, well, let's get the cat one because it just takes a better picture.
it does,
So,
yeah.
yeah. And if you like tiramisu, you may want to give it a try. The flavor, it was good. I don't think I'd order it again. What were your thoughts on it?
Yeah, I agree too. Like it was a good tiramisu. To me, the actual chocolate cup needed more flavor. Now, I've done chocolate work before. I know that sometimes chocolate itself, when you use it for that sort of fashion, for like for a mold to hold things, usually the chocolate itself doesn't have taste. But I'm sure he could have found another chocolate that would add more flavor to it, or maybe more salt to the chocolate, if unless that affects the actual purpose of it of being a teacup.
Yeah. So this was more structured than it was for flavor.
Yeah.
Which is how it kind of turned out. It was very. Was that a mousse cake? Because that's not like it had a lot less structure than tiramisu that I'm used to eating.
Did you get any of the cake that was at the bottom, or
Oh,
maybe
maybe
not?
not. Maybe I didn't get any
Okay.
of that.
There was I think a third of the bottom had the actual like tiramisu that the cake with
Ah,
the coffee flavor.
okay. So I guess I missed out on that.
Okay.
Maybe if I had the whole thing, I would. That's okay though. That's
Yeah.
okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah. So if you like mocha flavors or tiramisu, try it. I would say give it a shot. Um, and this place is a good spot to get something like that. We
Hmm.
also decided to get something a little bit more traditional. We got it's called the 315, which was
Yes.
their version of the Hong Kong tea. Is that milk tea, Hong Kong
Milk
milk tea.
tea. Yeah.
Yes. So if you're unfamiliar with Hong Kong milk tea, how would you describe it, Jeff?
So milk tea refers to any tea that has milk on it, but the Hong Kong style is a bit more sweeter.
Yeah.
And 3:15 is actually their sort of quote unquote tea time. 3:15 p.m.
Yeah.
Is their tea time, and that's when they have their milk tea to have.
I really
So it
enjoyed
was,
this
yeah,
cake. This is a
I
mousse
did
cake,
too.
right? Yeah. This
Yeah,
is
exactly
very
right.
light, very flavorful. And it wasn't too overly sweet. So I could see that, me being who I am, I'm not a big coffee drinker, but I think it would be really good with a cup of coffee.
Yeah,
That as opposed to with tea. Like I can imagine
yeah.
people drinking it with tea, but I'd rather this is something that I think would be really well good with a cup of coffee.
Oh yeah,
So
yeah. The actual milk flavor really shone through in this slice. It was like, wow, you really taste that this is milk tea mousse.
yeah, and if you want to have a chance to try milk tea, you can get it at like even bubble tea places serve milk tea.
Hmm.
And a lot of times that's what I'll get. Like, if I can't decide, like some people, they're at the bubble tea places and they get like this yogurt smoothie thing or they get taro. Try the milk tea because it's
Yeah,
good. It's really actually
yeah.
very good.
Actually, we were talking when we were having this yesterday. Our cousins Andrea and
Isabel.
Isabel.
Oh,
They come from the Philippines, but their dad is Chinese.
yeah, the Chinese
Um,
Filipino. Yeah.
yeah, Chinese Filipino. When they came to visit us, I think 4 summers ago, Ken and I took them to Chinatown, Toronto. They wanted milk tea, and they actually went into the various shops, and they would talk to the owner or whoever's at the counter, and they would talk either Mandarin or Cantonese about different styles that they made their milk tea, and they actually would leave a place, go somewhere else and talk to them about the milk tea, and then they would come back and then choose out of the 3 or 4 that we went to which
It
ones to
was
order from.
it was pretty fascinating, that whole
It was.
experience, like watching them do that. Yeah, because
Hmm.
like we know them, just as kind of like our cousins, and all of a sudden they're just like, I did not realize that milk tea was such a big deal, and so it's kind of
Yeah,
fascinating watching them do that.
it
So
was.
it was fun though. It was
Yeah,
fun.
it was. And then the third slice we got, I don't, we didn't have any, but we got the 24 karat mango cheesecake. And actually, I remember we got this for either my dad or our parents' anniversary or dad's birthday when Daan Go first opened several years ago.
Was it the cheesecake
Um,
that
yeah,
that you got? Oh,
yeah,
so that was the
we got a
same thing.
whole cake this time for them, but we got another slice for them yesterday. And from what I remember, it is a good mango cheesecake. The actual mango taste was really good throughout.
Yeah, Dango, they do make a good mango. They do make good
Hmm.
mango cakes, and so I remember I didn't have it try it this time because mom and dad, we gave it to our parents, and
Hmm.
they really really liked it.
Yeah.
And so, it's one of those places where if you go there and you see a cake and you're not familiar with what it is or something like that, just if you think you might like that flavor profile, then go for it. Like if you think you
Oh
like
yeah.
mango, just try the mango. They have this cute looking or good looking cheesecake that I almost got just because of how it looked, because it looked like a wedge of Swiss cheese with a little mouse on
Yep.
top. And I
That's right.
almost got that. Actually, I'll
Yeah.
probably get that next time because that looks like a lot of
Even
fun.
their carrot cake is called Mr. Carrot Tail. It's actually it looks like a rabbit.
Oh yeah.
Like,
Oh
yeah, it's really cute. Like if
yeah.
you
We have
like
pictures
carrot
of
cake,
that or something like
oh
that.
well, yeah,
Or
I'm on their website,
okay.
and yeah, it's called Mr. Carrot Tail. It's a slice of carrot cake, but they actually added more stuff to it, like frosting, to make it look like a rabbit.
Yeah, they
It's
do a
amazing.
really good job. And there's all these different, from, they have matcha to like we said before, the tiramisu, and there's one called Peach Garden. There's all these different cakes which are just, they look so so good.
Yeah,
And
and
yeah.
I don't know if we mentioned, but some of the cakes actually come with a small macaron on it on top of it, and the mango cheesecake they actually colored the macaron to look like a mango. It's just amazing the detail
Oh yeah, well done.
that Christopher and his team does on their cakes. And they also do custom made cakes like for birthdays or for anniversaries. I'm guessing you choose the cake that you want as the base, and from there they will decorate it any way you wish, or they already have some set decorations. But some of these are just elaborate. Oh, they even have a milk tea cake it's called spilled tea
Mm.
cake. So it actually has an upside down cup. It looks like someone spilled boba tea on top of a cake. So they actually have, I don't know if they're actually tapioca balls, but little black balls on the cake, and just the decoration is just amazing.
Yeah, and when you go to their website and you look at their cakes, you'll have no doubt in them that they can make a beautiful cake if you want something personalized.
Yeah.
And we haven't even got to their macarons. They
Oh
have
no.
all these macarons that are really really good looking. You
Yeah.
got to have a look from just these like different characters, things that look like little penguins or little koalas or little
Yeah.
pigs, and I don't know what the different flavors are. I don't know if they even match. Oh yeah, they kind of do. So
Yeah.
the mango one's yellow. Oh man, it's salted caramel. Oh my, it's so
Yeah.
good. I can't
It's so good.
even go. Yeah.
And they actually have I don't know if they have it right now because so their cake labs in Scarborough. They do have another sort of small lab in Baldwin, so near Kesner Market. But they also have a cafe, but unfortunately, due to COVID, he has to close it down for until then. But we do
Yep.
see it is coming back, and they actually have a Pokemon tea set. So if you like Pokemon, they have little cakes and macarons like shaped like Pokemon.
They gotta do, well, I shouldn't say they gotta do, but I just have a feeling, wouldn't Pokemon macarons be like popular? I just think that'd be fun. I don't know.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
they would be,
Yeah.
you know.
So yeah, just because the way they're doing the macarons, the little characters, they're just so well done. So
Yeah.
it looks like there's another place to bring kids, I suppose, eh?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
I gotta warn you, these macarons, they're not cheap. It's not like, if you can't eat them like Oreos, just keep
No.
popping them in your mouth. They're $3.50 a piece. So
That's right. But that is like around the average macaron price, for a good macaron. So macarons are good, but the way I think a lot of the price goes into their design of the macaron, because they're not just that ordinary, but like Ken said, these are little characters and they look amazing. They're so detailed.
It's labor intensive for them to create every single one like that. Like, no matter what it is, whether it's that little pig or a little penguin or whatever, it takes time to do that. And so that's probably where the price goes into, as opposed to being able to stamp out a dozen, in 5 minutes or however that works.
That's right.
It takes some time. This is a good place, like I said, and they're very close to each other. They're about 5-minute drive away from each other. But if you went down to Chung Chun, you may not want to drive 5 minutes to get dessert somewhere else, because like you could just walk somewhere within that little strip mall to do it. So that was a really, really fun day of food and eating and sharing some food. And we are looking forward to next time when we talk about more food worth mentioning. But before we close it off, we do want to remind you that if you're getting value from the podcast, whether it's just entertaining or you like our food recommendations, then we invite you to do something super simple. We invite you to like, subscribe, share, and comment. It's a super easy way, and it's a simple way for you to support our cast and to support us for absolutely free. Isn't that right?
That's right. That is right. And until next time, remember this quote from Julia Child: people who love to eat are always the best people.
And of course, that includes my brother, Chef Jeff Santos, and I'm his brother, Kenny Santos. And you as well, if you love to eat food worth mentioning. Thanks a lot, everybody.
All right, take care. You've been listening to Santos Brothers Eat.
Food worth mentioning.